You got some impressive eyebrow acting.
Thank you.
Happens.
It's a lot of work. A lot of work on those eyebrows.
Well, exactly. I was going to ask, was this physical challenge, was it harder than you thought it was going to be?
I thought it was going to be tough. All of the challenges were pretty rigorous, but as far as the facial stuff was concerned, it was literally having an iPad with every bit of documentary material I could get my hands on of Stephen, sitting in front of a mirror, you know, just trying to learn to activate these muscles that we're not used to using. Yeah.
Jane shows a lot of strength in supporting Stephen. Is it important that she shared his honours after they were separated?
Absolutely, and Stephen recently said how, you know, he wouldn't have survived without Jane, that he was in an incredible depression when he was diagnosed, and she really brought him out of that, and it was very much, they were a true partnership, and it's interesting how famous and successful people, there is often someone in the background who is a real support, and that was very much the case with this situation.
Do you think your experience in documentary filmmaking helped you to avoid too much dramatic license when telling this real story?
Well, it was useful, as it always is when you're dealing with a true story. If you made documentaries, there's certain things you immediately go to archive and photographs that can inform the work you're doing. But it felt to me that this was better as a feature, as a dramatic film, because it was about the intimate personal life of a character or two characters, and a documentary would struggle to get there, not unless we've been there filming the marriage unfolding across 20 years. So Anthony's screenplay allowed us to go somewhere where a documentary probably couldn't have gone.
The film's not always shot in chronological order, and obviously it was difficult because you were doing so many different stages. What was it like to show the more progressiveness of the disease?
Well, the great thing about this film was, normally on films you don't get much time to rehearse, like a week or two, and on this, from when we got cast, we had like 4 months, and because we knew we weren't going to be able to shoot chronologically, because it's basically impossible nowadays because it costs too much money to do that. We knew that was a challenge, and so it was about, Felicity and I approached it like almost like approaching a play. So we rehearsed a lot and became comfortable in all the different physicalities, and then which meant that when we were shooting we could jump in and out of those different periods in our lives.
Jane Hawkins' story isn't that well known. What do you think? How do you think people will react to it?
We were always really keen with this film that there was lots of humour in it, because we met Jane and Stephen's eldest child, Tim, and he would always tell us stories about when he was growing up and he'd put swear words into Stephen's voice box, or or ride on the side of Stephen's electric wheelchair. So it was always just trying to find the reality of a family dealing with that situation.
Stephen is so globally recognised. Did you learn anything new about him that you can tell me?
I mean, the overwhelming thing when I met him was just how funny he is. You knew from The Simpsons and from like Big Bang Theory that he sort of laughs himself, but just I kind of left with sore stomach muscles. He's a pretty hilarious guy.
There should be no boundary to human endeavor. However bad life may seem, while there is life, there is hope.